Working in e-commerce and digital marketing means that we are very focused on growing sales through digital marketing techniques. Facebook, Instagram, Google, name your big online platform, and there's a great way to generate sales, generate new customers, build relationships with new people. And that's fantastic. However, we should not forget that analog conversations are still happening. Human conversations, face-to-face, are happening all day, every day. And during the pandemic, things slowed down with that because people were in quarantine and there was less face-to-face conversations. But even during that time, there were still text messages, Zoom calls, phone calls, and conversations about brands, about products that solve problems and are a solution to those problems. So when you are doing marketing for your e-commerce brand, yes, you want to dial in all of your digital marketing. You want to be able to drive traffic effectively using pay-per-click advertising. You want to have your SEO dialed in. You want to have your marketing automation, email and SMS dialed in. You want to have a really nice looking, well-converting Shopify store. You want all of those things. You want influencers talking about your brand. You want customers promoting your product. You want all sorts of elements digitally that can help you grow sales and build your brand for the long term. However, do not forget those analog conversations because those are happening all day, every day. They are difficult to track, but you can influence them. So let's talk about a few ways to do that. First of all, know that when you are marketing, when you're doing any sort of marketing, whether you're running a Facebook ad or you're sending an email or an SMS, don't just look at the numbers and say, okay, this person clicked, but they didn't buy. Maybe they added to cart, but they didn't purchase. Well, that person is a human being who may have received an ad, clicked through, and now they're going to have a conversation next week with one of their neighbors or one of their friends or a family member. And that person, the person you sent the email to or showed the Facebook ad to, they weren't ready to purchase just yet, but they might recommend your brand to somebody. That's very powerful. When you are marketing to your previous customers, maybe your previous customers purchased from your business and they don't need to buy again. Let's say you're an outdoor gear brand and you sell tents. Well, maybe somebody bought a 2-person tent from you a year ago. They don't need another right now. But if they're in a community where other people are hiking and camping, if they're happy with your product, they're going to be much more likely to recommend your business and your brand to other people. So your job as an e-commerce brand and as a digital marketer or just a marketer in general is to influence people, whether they are potential customers or previous customers, influence them in a way so that you can get them talking about your brand offline, that you can get them saying the right things about your brand, and that you will be able to remind them about those things to say on an ongoing basis. Because marketing is about a lot of psychology to get people to purchase or to take a certain action. And that's fantastic, but we don't want to burn out our list. We don't want to send offers to people over and over again saying things like, buy now, limited time inventory, we've got a discount for 48 hours, buy our stuff now. If you do that and you hammer people over the head constantly about discounts and offers, you're going to burn out your list. Instead, what if you took the approach where you sent offers when they make sense? That means sporadically, not all the time. You add value to customers through your marketing by educating them and entertaining them through that brand lens. And then you are also giving people specific things about your brand that will stick with them so that when they are having a conversation with a friend or neighbor or coworker or somebody they just met, they will be speaking highly of your brand and will know what to say. So how can you do that? Well, there's a couple different ways to do that. One, having lots of social proof is really nice. If you can add testimonials and show influencers love your products, that can really help because people don't want to promote a brand or a business that nobody else likes. So, thinking back to middle school, everybody watched what the cool kids were doing and you wanted to be a cool kid. You want to people want to recommend brands and businesses that other people like. When you're walking down the street and you're looking to go to a restaurant, if you see two different restaurants and one is packed and one is empty, unless you just want to be kind of alone for the night, most people are going to go to the restaurant where there's already a crowd, because as humans, we think if other people like that thing, we're going to like it too. It's a safer choice. So allow people to make that safe recommendation by showing lots of testimonials and social proof in your marketing. In addition to that, have some type of consistent message. Communicate your brand values, make sure they're differentiated and specific, so that over time when you are messaging to customers or potential customers, that brand message is going to stay consistent and they will be saying things that are on brand. And last up, stay in front of potential customers by having constant communication, whether that's email or SMS or some type of ad strategy where you can stay in front of people, and give them a reason to talk about your brand. Maybe you can do some really exciting, exotic spin-off brand that is remarkable. It's worthy of remarking. There's always the restaurants that build a giant, ice cream float or a giant pizza, and that stuff's fun, but really that stuff will get people talking. And that's, as an e-commerce business, you want people talking about your brand. So think through if there is a cool way you can reposition a product or build out a new product that is worthy of remarking. It's remarkable and worth talking about and sharing about. So those are some tips to think about how you can, why you should be thinking about promoting analog conversations for everybody that you're in contact with through your e-commerce brand. And then also a couple of different ways to do it. So I think having that framing, that mindset where it's not just about the e-commerce metrics. Yes, you want to grow sales, you want to drive down your CPA, you want to increase your ROAS, you want to increase your blended ROAS, you want to increase your lifetime value of a customer. All of those things matter. But don't forget that as humans, we have tons of conversations every day with people face to face and through channels that are not tracked through these e-commerce and digital marketing platforms. And you don't want to forget about those. Instead, prioritize those, figure out how you can promote those to your list, and you'll be a lot better off than your competitors who don't do it. So give it a try, let us know how it works, and we wish you the best of luck. If you need help, let us know. Our team at Brand Hopper Digital is ready to help grow Shopify brands through online digital marketing, along with some offline channels as well.